me. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. Swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You were not as tough as I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard, I'm ready to change. Scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough.
not as tough.
The one that says you fuck with me, I think I've had enough deceit. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who were have-nots, who were not as tough as me. The one that says you fuck with me, I think I've had enough deceit. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who were have-nots, who were not as tough as me. I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get the power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall.
Legends never die. When the world is calling you, can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die. They become a part of you. Every time you play far reaching greatness, relentless, you survive. They never lose hope when everything's cold and the fighting's near. It's deep in their bones, they'll ride into smoke when the fire speaks. No, pick yourself up, 'cause legends never die. When the world's calling you, can you hear that screaming out?
Okay. And how much amount they have charged you?
I think it's like $300.
$300?
Yeah, I believe so. I looked at it, but I don't remember the exact number off the top of my head. But sir, I never placed that order.
Okay, and what is your first and the last name?
My first name is Dill, D-I-L-L, and then the last name is D as in dog, O-E as in elephant.
And what is your father's name? Can you please tell me?
We actually have the same name. He's a senior.
It's your name.
I know, I'm a junior.
Your name is Dildo?
Yeah, junior.
Are you what he's talking about? But kids, we just
He's freaking scaring you! What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Shut up, you scammer! Shut up, you scammer!
Are you trying to scam us? Is this true?
Yeah, we know Hindi swear words. We've been watching JBTV. Hey, Mikey,
So,
you're gonna kill the scammer bomb like that.
So you're talking in Hindi, and are you insulting us?
Hey, Mikey,
Behind our
you
backs?
जो बात कर रही है मुझसे उसकी excuse. The girl who is talking with
What
you
is
is
that?
excuse.
What is that? What's that even mean? He's saying your mother's kitty or whatever. Your mother's kitty or something.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I will fuck your mom, okay? Hey, you. Just, fuck you, baby. Fuck you. Get out. Get out. I will fuck your pussy. I will fuck your pussy. I will fuck your pussy. You motherfucker. You motherfucker. You.
Why are you talking to my family?
Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. I will kill your son. I will kill your son. I will kill your son. Then he will go.
No.
I will kill him.
You can't even
I
speak
will
proper English.
kill him. I will kill him.
You are threatening my family. You won't kill me. You're trying to kill the...
Hello, hello. Thank y'all very much for joining us. And as you know, today is a special day because we have Team SDS with us, and they are incredible. And we're going to be able to hear where they've started, where they've become, and the special notebook that Nope has written, and that he has his vision, and his vision has come alive with what he's done so far and the team that he has. And so we are very, very lucky to have both founders of Team SDS today with us, and that is Nope and Mark today. Aren't we excited, Whiskey?
We're very excited. Excited to be here. Thanks for letting me ask some questions.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, you dive deep, and that's what I love about you is that you, with your experience and exclusive. Oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah. We have some sick folks in here, but again, you know, this is going to be incredible. And I think what's nice is that we're going to hear the vision and where they're going to go and how far, kind of like what we're doing, Scambait Beyond. And so again, I can't wait to hear what Nope and Mark have to say, because they're both incredible guys who we've had the pleasure to get to know. And so thank you all very much for joining us today. So we're going to go ahead and start. KDA will be joining us here a little bit, and we are just super, super excited. So of course, this is a little bit earlier, and that's just because Mr. Mark, our time frame. And so again, thank you all for joining us earlier time frame today. And Whiskey, what do you say? Are you ready to start?
Yeah, let's get into it. And while we're bringing those guys up, if ever could do those YouTubey things, like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff.
Yes, yes. And if you have not watched any, definitely, we also have a great person who puts them all together. So we got to give kudos to Scamflix, who puts all those videos together. Now, with that video that we just watched, Neko put that all together, and I applaud him for teaming up and having that video made so that way we can share it today. And again, if you have not joined Scam Hunters, we'll make sure that you provide the link there too. So again, thank you all for being here. We are having a great day. I hope you had a wonderful holiday, and let's get started. So let's bring up Nope and Mark. Nope. Mark. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Hello. It's nice to hear from you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
How are you guys doing?
Hanging in there. Hanging in there. How about
Doing
y'all?
great. Hopefully chat stays in line today. We've got, I think Mary and Cindy are the mods over there, so we appreciate those guys over there. I don't think we'll see an appearance of Jane today with those guys on track. So
even though Fun Guy is really wanting to have Jane come back.
yeah, that's great.
So yes, you never know. We might have sex bots. You never know what's going to come about. But that's the good thing, is that we're good with going with the flow. And so again, just welcome. And Whiskey, I know you got some great questions to start with. And my first question would just be about the notebook and the vision and how it all started. So with New Note, like, when did you decide to just write everything down in that notebook and think, this is what I want to do?
Okay, well, it's kind of a loaded question.
It is. Sorry.
There was a while back where I got tired of getting pushed around, and I got tired of people pushing around other people. And I wanted to put a stop to that in the best way that I could, which is what I'm doing now. And and I also got tired of seeing drama happen in our community. And when I say our community, I mean our community as a whole, the scambaiting community as a whole. Some big drama will happen, and then the scambaiting groups will splinter into 5 different groups, and then 5 more groups, and then 5 more groups, and then it never ends, and nobody works together. Everybody fights each other, and it gets really annoying. I was lucky enough to have met Mark when I was coming up, and he helped me come to see my true vision for SDS. He is the developer behind SDS. Now, did he build a website? No, that was Lars, but he develops all our tools. He fixes all the problems. He is a magician of all trades, and without Mark, SDS would not be SDS at all, not even close. Not even close. So I guess that's a simple way of asking your question. I met Mark in Scammer Info, and we became good friends, and yeah, here we go.
And that's how it all started.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of where I was kind of asking, was just how that vision started. And so you answered my question. So thank you very much.
Like I said, I just got tired of being pushed around, and I got tired of people pushing around other people, and I wanted to stand up to it. I said this earlier today. I'd rather get shot in the face while standing up for myself than to be a pussy and hand over my belongings if I was getting robbed.
Sorry about that.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. It's something that a lot of people won't share with me, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But like I said, I'd rather die standing up for myself and standing up for others than just sit back and let it happen and be okay with it.
Right. And you do that's the good thing about you, is that you help not only yourself, but you're very good at supporting other people when something happens. So I do appreciate you standing up for everybody. You know, you have each other, you have everyone's backs, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. But that again, I want to stress the point that I would not be able to do anything that is Team SDS without Mark and without Lars, and without all of my developers. All of my developers is where my secret sauce is. It has nothing to do with me. I'm an idiot and I don't really matter. But when it
yes, you do.
No. But SDS is what matters. You see? And SDS matters to me. SDS matters to Mark. SDS matters to a lot of different people for different reasons, and that's what's important to me. Yes. I know I'm an idiot and I don't really matter. I know I'm not the best scambaiter in the world. I'm aware of all of this, but I know that we can make a great fucking team together if we just use all our strength.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the key things any organization needs, is they need a visionary, to where that visionary may not be the best at any one thing, but they can pull the right people together and bring the right people together to build an amazing team and build something that is going to be around much longer than than that visionary themselves. So you give yourself more credit, please.
Yes. No, you should. And I know that you said, at the very beginning, with the SDS kind of 1.0, you've learned from that experience, and then now having the team that you have now compared to where it was, you can see that it's changed, it's grown, it's gotten better. And Whiskey's right. Without a leader like yourself, we wouldn't all be here. And so you're definitely the visionary. You are very smart, and you don't give yourself enough credit. And you really, even though we know that Mark in the background does so much.
I wouldn't be anything without him specifically.
But again, we want to give you credit because the fact that you're the leader of the pack, and we applaud you for everything that you've done.
Everybody needs a dreamer, right?
Yes.
They do.
Yes.
Everybody needs a dreamer, so I'll dream for you guys, and you guys, I'll pull together everybody's strengths and see where it takes us.
I think that's great.
Now, Mark, I'd love to hear your origin story. How did you get into the scambaiting world? Nope, just touched on how you guys met. Obviously, it sounds like you've got some developer background, but what drew you to this?
So, about 5, 6, maybe I'm not too sure, but around about 7 years ago, I got a call from my home phone, and it was a normal tech support scam. And knowing me, I was a bit young, and I didn't know anything about scam baiting, or anything about the tech support scam. So No, me. Yeah, I was playing a little with Roblox. Yeah, I was a kid back then. I got a phone call saying that my computer had a virus, and it's basically this basic tech support scam. So I let him onto my, well, it's not really my laptop, it's my family's laptop, but yeah, I let the scam on the laptop, and then for some reason, I just closed the laptop lid and just hanged up and turned off my router as well. And yeah, so it wasn't about like a few weeks later, I noticed it was a scam. So I looked online and I found a really good YouTuber called Lewis Tech, and he was the one that got me into scam baiting. So if you guys don't know Lewis Tech is like an OG scam bait. He doesn't do scam baiting
Yeah,
videos anymore.
He's old school.
Right.
But I used to watch all of his videos on scam baiting, and it just encouraged me to do scam baiting. So I searched up scam baiting and I found a really cool site called scammer.info, and I participated in it.
That site freaking sucks. I hate it.
Oh my gosh.
I participated in it, and for like I've been a member on that site for 2-3 years, I think.
Come on,
I can't remember.
You're not a member. You're an owner, man.
I know that is so awesome.
Yeah, I started out as a member, but for like 3 or 4 years later, there was openings for moderation, so I applied, and lucky I got through. And I went for moderated the site for another few years until I got manager. Another few years and I got owner.
Yay! See,
and here I am now.
Well, glad you have started, where you come from. But also, we now have KDA who has arrived. She was tardy just because of work. It wasn't her fault or anything. So we are going to bring her up because she has some great questions for you guys. And I'm going to stay in the background. I'll still be up here. But anyway, I'm going to bring KDA up, who is just an awesome, phenomenal scam baiter, SDS team member. And she's just sweet as can be. And we love her. So here is KDA. KDA, welcome.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I mean, KDA is kind of a hoe, though.
A hobo? Did you call me a hobo?
Well, you and Becky, y'all are just sluts. Just sluts.
What? No freaking way.
Uh-huh.
No freaking way. Hot in there. Whew.
So Nope and Mark, you guys found each other.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. So you guys found each other, decided to collaborate, start working together on that. What was one of the biggest challenges that you guys had when you started, figuring out putting everything together?
Part of that, true. So I was I think I was a manager, and Nope came into the TLS community, and he wanted me to set up his FTP server.
Yeah.
Which I offered to do it. And moments on there, we talked to each other. And
you just became really good friends, man.
And so you guys, I'm assuming you guys shared the same passion with really kind of furthering the scam baiting community.
What Mark and I share is the fact that we care. We care about people. We don't really care about ourselves, but we care about other people. That's what Mark and I share.
True.
So what was the goal when you guys kind of started creating, the SDS community?
Well, back in the day, and this is before I even talked to Mark. But back in the day, Scammer Info, or TLS, the Discord server, used to be popping. Like, it used to be a great community. People were happy to be there. People were there almost every day. It was a popping community, and it just kind of died out because, like I said earlier in this broadcast, the splintering of Discord groups keeps happening over and over and over, and then what I bring to the table is being able to build and maintain a community. What Mark brings to the table is to be able to develop that community.
How's that evolved over time? Because obviously people change, people's interests change, scams change. How have you guys had to kind of evolve over the last 5 years to keep up the pace, to keep up with people's interest, and keep people in the server? I know people, come and go, but it's a pretty great core community group of folks.
The thing that I try to push to everybody is that everybody that comes into the server both doesn't matter and matters the world to everybody. It's hard to explain, but it's like you have to know that you're coming into the server, and if you really want to scam bait, there is a strength that you have. You might not know what it is yet, but there's a strength that you got. We'll figure it out, and then you'll be a core part of a team.
Mm-hmm.
My point being is that once you join Team SDS, Team SDS is yours. Once you join Team SDS.
Yep.
Team SDS is not my server. It's not Jim Browning's server. It's not Scammer Payback's server. It's not. No, it's not like that. This is a team server that we all share.
Yep.
And we all have this. A lot of my staff members have the same rights that I do. They can make changes just like I can, and that's because it's their server as well.
I think that's one of the things I definitely noticed from joining. Just I've been in a whole bunch of different servers, but one of the things that really stood, set SDS apart from a lot of the other servers is that sense of team, is that sense of community. I think community gets thrown around a lot, but I don't always think people feel that. Which leads me to the question of what do you want your members, your team members, to feel when they're in SDS, when they're making calls, when they're communicating with one another for advice and helping other
I want
folks
them to
out?
feel wanted. I want everybody to feel wanted. It's very important that people feel wanted, and it's very important that people feel valuable, because what we're doing here is trying to stop other people of getting taken advantage of. That's the core problem that we're trying to stop. And if you know that you're valuable, and you know that you bring something to the table, and you know that Team SDS wouldn't be the same without you, then that's what I want everybody. That's what I want everybody to realize, that regardless of who you are, Team SDS would not be the same without you.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you guys do that very, very well. I think those are two really impactful words, feeling wanted and valuable as part of Team SDS. So from the novice to the experienced scam baiters, are you guys looking for a certain type of teammate that brings a certain skill set? Or, from what I'm hearing, it's like, if you've got an interest in it, there's a place for you, at Team SDS.
That's exactly how you're hearing it. If you have an interest, we'll find a spot for you. And what are we looking for? I mean, we would love to take some of the load off of Mark and maybe get some more developers, but whatever, we'll definitely find a spot for you. And even if you just want to listen, we'll find that spot for you. You know, we're here to create a family. We're here to create an organization where everybody feels wanted. It's very important to me that everybody feels wanted in the Team SDS.
And another thing that I like about Team SDS is there's no bullying.
There's very little. Like we bully each other. Like I bully Mark all the time, but and
but it's in fun.
I called you a hoe when you came in, but like it's all jokes. It's all jokes.
Yeah, and there's no like I said, there's no bullying to the point where people feel that they're not wanted or not needed in the server. It's not like it's accepting.
It's home. Like to me, it's home. You feel welcome. You feel warm.
And that's my goal, Amanda, is to have a server that everybody can call home and that everybody can call their own. So when they're out, you know, in another state or another country talking with their family, blah, 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 what do you do? And they're talking with their family during the holidays. Oh, I'm part of a team. I'm part of a great team that fights scammers every day. And I'm a core essential part of that team. That's not I spend my days watching to see the next YouTube video that pops out from some other scambaiter, but I'm part of an active community. That's my goal.
And it is active. And that's what I love is that is not just scam baiting, but you have also time where you need to relax. And so if you want anyone to join afterwards, I love the fact that you're like, okay, we have scam baited for 8 hours. We need a mental break. I love the fact that you have like the movie section, the gaming session, because that way everyone needs an outlet from after scam baiting. Because when you're playing a character, you know, for so long, you kind of need to have that time to relax. And that's what I love about Team SDS is that you have it all. You have that time to where, you know, we'll do coffee talk. Then we'll do scam baiting. And then and then after that, we're like, okay, we've done as many calls as we can today. Let's just take a break and relax. So I really do appreciate where you and Markham decided to do the ship box. So that way everyone can use it and utilize it in a proper manner. So
the relaxation part of it is a huge part of it. So if we don't have like every night, I watch movies with my friends on SDS. If we don't have that relaxation time, then we're not going to be efficient at all at scam baiting, because we're just going to take it out on each other, and that's what keeps happening in a lot of scam baiting servers, is that they just keep taking it out on each other instead of the scammers, which is what we're supposed to be doing.
Right.
So I put forward the idea, and it's in that notebook that you like to talk about.
I do. Because no one's seen it, but I love the fact that that's your vision.
Yeah.
You know, it's your mission statement. It's got your why in there. You know, it's got everything.
Relaxation is a huge part of it, because if we can't relax and be friends with each other, then we're not going to be efficient scam baiters.
Yeah, I think it's like with any team, you know, you hear a lot about work-life balance and how important that is. But, you know, any team is, especially when it can get so stressful, you've got to have that downtime together. And I think you guys do it really, really well, you know, have different spots for people. So let's say like I'm a new user, I'm watching the stream, you know, I've heard of SDS, maybe I haven't, but I've been interested in scam baiting. You know, what's the one tip you could give somebody once they join the server, kind of as the first experience on where to get started?
Join VCs, join voice chats, to you know, get to know a lot of our core members, and like I said earlier, we'll find a spot for you. I'm really good at finding the value and strengths in people. I'm really good at that. That's the one thing I'm really, really good at, is I can read people. I'm really good at it. I actually take a lot of pride in that. But
and the voice chats are just literally places where you've got somebody dialing scammer numbers, and people, it's a group of, it can be anywhere between 2-15 people that are all listening, and it basically gets handed off to different people. A lot of times Nope will be like, okay, you're taking this call, or who's ready for a call. And for me, as a straight kind of social media text scambaiter, this was really amazing for me, because I don't have the tech know-how, I don't have the computer set up, I don't have any of those tools. And when I joined, and I was like, holy crap, I can actually call somebody and watch someone else's computer who they've connected to, watch their VM, and go through that. It was a complete and total joy and an amazing experience. And that's one of the things I really want to get out to people, is like, you can make calls. You're going to be taught how to, and you're going to be able to do it if you want to give it a shot.
Are we trying to let you do a call the first day that you come in? Probably not. I'll be honest. No. But if you come in, listen to some of the calls, see how we do things, talk to some of our core members and stuff like that, we will find a spot for you. And even if that spot is just listening, that is fine. I don't care. I still want you here. My SDS is about friends and family. It's not about, I don't really give a fuck if anybody subscribes to my server. I don't really give a fuck if anybody subscribes to my YouTube channel. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care about likes. I don't care about subs. That doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is gathering together a great group of like-minded individuals and taking our frustrations in life out on the scammers that take advantage of people every day.
Yeah.
That's my goal. So if you like and subscribe to my channel, cool, I appreciate it, but it doesn't really matter to me. I'm being honest.
No.
I think there's value in, I know I hear that, from Nope doesn't care. That's obviously not the mission, is to get, a million subscribers and anything like that. But I think there's value in having the YouTube. Obviously, I think you guys feel the same way.
There is. Yeah.
You're getting exposure to people that might be like, hey, this is pretty cool.
I put YouTube off for like 2 or 3 years that I shouldn't have, just because of the fact that I am so adamant about not being about the likes and subscribes and stuff like that. It was all about the community for me. So what I wanted to do was build our community, and then we'll do our social media aspect. I built the community. It's pretty well built right now. Now all we have to do is maintain it and make some content with YouTube and other stuff like that. But it does have value, but that's not my purpose.
Yeah, and I think tactically that was a very smart decision, is build the community up and then look at trying, other recruiting tools, other marketing tools, to bring different people and additional folks into that can bring value to the community. And people are going to come and go, but keeping that fresh, very, very smart way to go about that. So tell us what's Mark and Nope, what's your, I'm pretty sure I know Nope's, but what's your favorite scam to scambait?
Yeah, mine's, I like tech support scams.
Yeah, pop-ups.
Mostly tech support.
Yeah. Yeah, the tech support, after now having done a small handful of them on SDS, are a lot of fun. The Twitter ones I can get a little bit, they're not as entertaining. But those are really fun, and it definitely encourage everybody, even if you're just listening, is to open up the chat in the VCs and the voice calls, because those are always a lot of fun to read the different comments while a bait is actually going on. And it's a great way for whoever's making that call to kind of maybe get some tips, get some direction, get some things to say. Hey, make sure to try to get a phone number, try to get an email. So there's a lot of really great coaching that can go on there, and a lot of really great ribbing. And
just because tech support scams are my favorite doesn't mean it has to be your favorite. Scam baiting in general is very important, regardless of what scam you're trying to scam bait. But I just like tech support scams because it makes me feel smarter than I am. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But I think like you said, Whiskey, it is very, very helpful to where if I'm in one and if someone has a better idea, I like it and I'll use it in the bait. And because it is very helpful, even for the ones who have been doing it for years. I think it's still helpful to use that chat and to use other people, especially after a call. You know how we were talking last night about, getting the advice of going, that was a great call, but here's what I could have done a little differently, or what I'm going to use next time. And I think that's what's great about Team SDS is, we were just talking about how the coaching, I think it's important because that way then you can become a better scam baiter. And like you said, you don't have to have all the tools. We have them, just use them and then be able to just practice and get better and feel more open, feel more open and not stressed out when you're doing a call. Like my anxiety was always really high at first. Now it's like, it feels like home.
My wish though is for new users that may or may not be seeing this right, is that don't get mad at my staff if they want to like hold back on giving you access to, say, the shipbox or the PBX server or whatever. My staff is my staff for a reason. They can make decisions just like I can, and if they think that you're ready for something, then you're ready for it. And if they think that you're not ready for it, you just gotta wait. It takes time, man. These tools that we use can be used for a lot of bad purposes. That's why we have to moderate who has access to our tools.
Yeah.
Well, it's you look at it in other perspectives, other professions, to where you have a lot of co-ops, to where if you're a carpenter and you don't have certain tools, you go to a co-op and you've got bandsaws and all this other equipment there. You can't just walk in there and be like, I'm going to use this piece of equipment and end up cutting my hand off.
Exactly.
It's like, no, you're not ready yet. We'll let you know when you're ready, whether it's training, and stuff. It's like you got to build up to that. And I think sometimes people forget that. Because it is computer based, that it's just like, no, why don't I have access to this? You said you could do this. It's like, you got to work up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to stress that because I've had it happen to me on several occasions now where people get mad because they said, oh, we were going to have access to all this stuff. And yeah, you will, but you got to like chill, earn it. Make sure that I know and my staff knows that you're going to be an adult about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
And I like that when you're on SDS and you are listening, nobody's judging you for just listening, and nobody's judging you for just being there. That's a nice quality too, because some people think, well, if I'm in there, I have to know how to scam bait, or I have to know how to do this.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, and I'm a big lurker. I've got a full-time job, 9 to 5, and for me, listening in on during the day and chatting occasionally is great, and I really enjoy it. And then for me to really, before I was even comfortable making a call, I listened for hours and hours, and yeah, I've watched all the YouTubers and stuff like that, and I learned a lot that way. But where I really learned, the behind the scenes and really the nitty gritty was just listening to voice call after voice call and the interaction in between the calls as well. Really is, I encourage anybody who has any interest in making calls, to jump in there or just lurk, and have fun. And maybe you'll never be ready, but one day you might.
I said it once already, but again, if your goal is to just sit and listen, then go ahead, sit and listen. We have no problem with that. But if you're trying to learn, we'll teach you what we can. We're all about getting more scam baiters. The more scam baiters that we have, that actually want to scam bait and not fight each other, the better.
Yep.
Now, recently, we saw the intro video, with Scam Hunters, SDS. Tell me, where does Scam Hunters fit into everything? I think it's pretty clear with, TLS, SDS. Where did Scam Hunters come from?
Well, to be honest, I have had very little conversation with JB specifically, but the Scam Hunter staff is partially my staff as well in SDS. They like to work together, and they want to be a part of a super active community and stuff too. And they're really good at what they do, as you can see by the video that you guys showed. Neko made, but yeah, the staff just coincides. That's kind of what happened.
Just a natural kind of fit, to partner up. It just made sense. It looks like.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if one of these days, it'd be nice to have him, JBTV on, and actually get a chance for you guys to talk, because he is a really, really nice guy. He's just super busy.
Yeah.
And that's why JM, aka Bloodhound, is pretty much the owner. He takes care of that. But at the same time, I like the collaboration. And I think that's very important, because even though, like you said, we have different other little sub servers, like even Scambait Beyond has our little sub server, but we still feel part of Team SDS because that's who we are. And so I think it's great to have all these collaborations. And like Boda was there today, scambaiting with us, and it was great. And so, but it's nice to have other folks coming in, even from other servers,
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, to be honest.
It is.
It's really cool.
So I think it's very important. And then I love in the background, you'll see Mark. He'll be in chat, but then he'll share his screen, and he's working on some famous
project.
Yes,
Project.
yes. And
Yeah.
so,
What are you working on, Mark?
yeah, and that's probably what he's doing right now. So, Mark, what kind of projects are you working on at the moment?
So I am working on fake pop-up, responder, bait ISO. Let me have a look at my GitHub.
Oh, will you explain a little bit of those three specifically, because those are key ones, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm dumb and have no idea what you just
as a
I know
developer,
responder and the pop-up, but there's some other stuff.
as a developer, Mark, explain it to a new user who may be watching this.
Yes.
Alright, so I'll start with fake pop-up. So I am creating a clone of the original but successful project called Pop-Up DB. It was originally owned and maintained by Chosen and a few other staff members, but unfortunately they discontinued it. So those who don't know what Pop-Up DB was, it's basically a platform that indexes scam pop-ups. That's basically what it's used for. And I'm trying to recreate it but add more features to it. So it allows people to search up pop-up numbers. They can view the Whois registry, DNS records. They can see whether it's been flagged or not. People can add their own. It's basically a platform where it indexes scam pop-ups. Second one, responder. So, again, responder, it was originally owned by Sinister Spatula, but he decided to transfer ownership of the project and wanted. Basically, he wanted the project to go further. And those who don't know what Responder is, it allows users to easily do scam baiting by creating a fake bank for scammers to use.
It's more than a fake bank, though.
There's definitely more to it.
Yes, there's more to it, but the main gist of it is it allows people to create a fake bank environment for scammers.
But also, you have your fake persona on there, which is great too. So that way you can put your name.
Mark is not doing it justice. So there's like a fake bank, there's fake gift card generators, there's fake information generators, there's fake profile generators. Basically, Responder will do all the fake legwork that you need to do to convince a scammer that you're a victim.
Yeah.
It does all that legwork for you.
See, and that's going to be great because I love the fact that Sinister and actually, how did that kind of come about? Like, did Sinister come to you, or did you talk to him? How did
Sinister came to me, because he had been talking to me about Responder for a little while, and said that that he was getting a new job. Things were happening differently IRL. He seems to really love and care about the project because he worked on it for like 2 years. He wanted somebody to take the project that was going to care about the project like he cared about the project, and we care about that project like he cared about that project. It's not that he wanted to ditch the project; is that he just had other stuff going on.
Right, and he's still going to be a big part of it. I mean,
Absolutely.
that's the main thing. And I love the fact that him and Mark and others got together and figured out, okay, here's how we can do it as a 2.0 and make it even bigger and better. So, I give definitely kudos to Sinister for what he did and how he gave us this bank to utilize. But then now with Mark and others helping it's just going to make it bigger and better. And like you said, there's going to be more tools to utilize with it. So kudos to you, Mark, and kudos to you, Nope, for doing this and feeling like, this is going to be a big project that you want to keep up and you won't give up on it. So thank you.
Well, it's like I said, hold on a second. Bit of a coughing fit, sorry. It's like I said before, though, like people like me are nothing without people like Mark and Sinister, and we're just not. We're dreamers, right? Like I don't know specifically, but I'm just gonna guess. Jim Browning's probably nothing without whoever his development team is. Same with Scammer Payback. Same with any other major scam baiter you talk to. It's not about the one person. It's about the development team and the team as a whole. Nobody seems to grasp that lately. So everybody seems to think that it's like this one-man show, and it's not. It's not. I guarantee you the big dogs are nothing without their development teams. Guarantee you.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah, and I think what you guys have done of really building out that team in the different areas where you have the development, you've got folks that are really good on calls. You're hitting everything under one roof. And then recently, I'd love to hear a little bit more about how the team, especially with KDA on here, has gotten into the victim advocacy of going, let's really see this scam 360. Not only from the call, from the tech side, but then actually reaching out and helping victims.
Well, reaching victims is something I've been really, really wanting to do for a long time, but I have personal troubles doing it. I like berating and fucking with a scammer. I don't like dealing with a whole bunch of emotions from an old lady that just got scammed. I'm a pussy when it comes to the emotion part of it. So I need people like KDA and her team and her little sub faction of SDS to once they get done with their training and stuff, that they're going to be able to take these victims that we find during these scam baits and talk to them, try to help them out of that. Are they going to get their money back? Most likely not, but they can deal with a lot of emotional support that I can't give because I'm a pussy when it comes to that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to setting it all up and getting it going. Hopefully in the new year I'll be able to, like, because I've got a set team of 8 women right now. Actually 6 women right now. And the more we can get, the more victims we can reach. And it's not going to be just STS. We're going to work with all scam baiters.
Of course.
So you find us, find a victim and bring us the information, and we will talk to that victim. We will get things rolling, and it'll be.
This is the side of scam baiting whiskey that I am really eager to see how it turns out, because yes, you will be able to see my vision on a full 360 scale. Yeah.
It's amazing.
My server is actually called STS Victims Advocate server.
Yep, you changed it.
Yeah. So it's not the playground anymore. It's where we bring victim information to help in that fashion.
The victim calling part, like, why can't just, your average scam baiter, they get the information and then they want to see a 360 through? Is that advisable? Is that not advisable?
No, you know as well as I do, whiskey, that's not advisable.
I do.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But tell everybody why.
I'll give you an example, a perfect example. I found an old man. He was on his way to the bank. It was for some refund scam. I don't remember which one it was, but it was a refund scam. And he was on his way to the bank, and I called him a couple of times, and because I was already a part of this scammers network. I was already in there, and I had his number, and I saw that this scam was in progress, and I called him up, like, trying to stop this from happening. And he answered the phone, and he yelled and cussed at me. Thought I was the hacker. Thought I was the scammer. All kinds of stuff. Like, this is the stuff I can't deal with. This is stuff I need KDA to do, because I can't deal with the emotions that go into it. I can only deal with the negative emotions of getting tired of being pushed around. So I fuck around with scammers, but I can't. I want to help people, and I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to be a good victim advocate. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's really important to know your strengths and know your weaknesses, and say, you know what, I'm not ready for this. These are the areas that I need to improve on. Mark, let's hear from you. Obviously, I think we've heard development is probably a major strength of yours. What's one weakness that you have found that you want to try to improve on with the new year coming?
Honestly, I don't know.
That's a fair answer. I like that. That's tough. What's
It is tough. Finish some projects. Is that at least something that you can say?
100%.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna casually finish my unfinished 69 projects left in my GitHub repository.
What about saying yes to, once out of every 10 times Nope asks you to make a call or tells you need to make a call, and you're reluctant because you're, knee deep in code or whatever you're doing? I've heard some of that a little bit.
Yeah. Which is funny. But then I love the fact when he does do a call, he does a great job.
It's amazing.
I know. It is amazing because I've heard some of his calls. He's amazing, but I wish he would do more. Sometimes.
I know. I wish you would do more, but at the same time, we know you're doing the developing, so you have to kind of balance, okay, real life, baiting life, and then just balancing everything. Or if you have to take care of fur babies and other stuff in your life, and so we definitely understand. But I think it's great though when you can do the baiting because you do a great job. KDA, I hear you, kitty.
She doesn't want me to pay attention to anybody else but her.
Mm-hmm.
What's your guys' favorite character that you guys play?
Good question.
Okay, so my okay, I have a couple of different favorite characters, to be honest. But the one that I have had fun playing as of late is Anakin Skywalker.
I love it.
Yeah.
He's done a whole call as Anakin Skywalker. I
Mhm.
listened to it. It was
Yeah,
funny as heck.
I even told him about my wife Padme and all kinds of shit like that. they're just like oblivious to what I was talking about.
Yeah, and using Horse instead of the internet.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Using-
and the
using
payment
the-
option is totally different. You're just yes. I when you first did that, and then my other favorite one was Hacker Man.
Yeah, Hacker Man.
You totally
My
had
guy.
that.
I love my guy. My guy. Come on, my guy.
Yes.
Mark, how about you?
I don't know. I don't stick with what. I don't really stick with the persona.
You kind of just roll with it. Is what I've heard. I'm like it. I don't know if Mark's playing a character. He's just doing it, which is which is fun.
Right. If I start doing a persona, I start leaving gaps in my story. I start forgetting things.
I would love to hear Mark do a character called Nope on a call, and Nope in real life or via SDS, but not a caricature of Nope. Not one of his characters, but an actual Nope. I think that would be amusing. When
we lost Nope, as you said
Nope.
that. Oh no.
He just jumped off because he wants Mark to carry the rest of the interview.
Yes, he does. And actually, that would be hilarious. And then, like, Nope can do a character of Mark, like, the way he is. I don't know if he can play the British accent off like Mark does, but at least we can try. I think that'd be cute. And then we'll have the recordings. And then that's what I love about too with SDS is that a lot of us try to get all the recordings off our dialer. And then that way everyone has a chance to listen to them. So, even to have that opportunity is awesome. And so anyone can go back. That's the other thing is that if you're in Team SDS, don't hesitate to download a call, listen to it, or just play it. You don't even have to download it, but just play it. Or if you want to download it and share it with other people, that's another good way of really getting the exposure out there. Be like, hey, I listened to this call. You should hear it. This is how bad the scammers are. You should listen to this one because they were threatening the family or they were cussing out KDA. And so that's why she did this. Everyone has a way of responding, to the call. And so I think overall, I love that. And I love that we can put it together and then Scamflix makes sure that it's all together.
Yep.
And then it's premiered on Saturdays. So,
and those are becoming fun now because like I'll listen to them and I'm like, oh shoot, here comes the stupid call. Like I did last Saturday, like that first one he played, I was thinking, oh no, not this one. Oh, I hate this one. That was from like a couple of months ago before I even had the computer. I was just like doing it over my phone. And I have a hard time with accents because I kind of forget that I have an accent. So I start going back to my normal voice. And everybody and the scammers are like, "Oh yeah, she's just playing with us."
Yeah, SES is really it's such an ambitious project, but it really is a one-stop shop for folks in the scambaiting community. You know, whether you're a big streamer, whether you're a novice, whether you're just interested in getting into it, and whether or not you just want to listen, it is really, really well done. You know, and it's going to continue to grow. And I think Nope is back. Probably.
My internet has been going out. I saw a cable truck earlier this morning. I think they're working on my lines or something.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I messaged you. I was like, "Where'd you go?" And then I see you. So.
Yeah, it might happen again. If it does, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
So I think I know we're getting a little close to the end time. I know KDA's had a lot of questions about, you know, really the future. You know, with Team SDS, short term, long term.
Yes.
The future of SDS is again a loaded question.
Yes,
but we have a lot of plans, and a lot of them, and I don't mean to put too much on her shoulders or anything. It relies on KDA's subfaction of SDS.
Yep.
It relies on how well they're going to be able to talk to the victims.
Yep.
So what we got going is we can get on scammers' computers. We can talk to them. We can fuck around with them. We got a great group. We got a family. We got all that already. Now what we need is a victim advocacy side, and we don't have that yet.
Yep.
I'm
and
not,
that's coming.
And anytime I've tried to work with other victim advocates in the past, it didn't work out so well, to say the least.
It failed.
Yeah. But that's the good thing is like we're, with KDA and the team that she's built, and I'm grateful to be part of that team. And that's the good thing is to where you're not going to have to worry about, am I not going to be able to help this person out? Of course, there's some information that may not be able to get received back, but at least you'll know, hey, I did my part. Well, now is the victim advocacy part. And then that way we can come back and say, yes, this was taken care of.
At least from a personal standpoint, I can know that when I give victim information over to KDA and that subfaction of SDS, that I can rest easy.
Right.
I can give the information to them and then forget about it. That's my goal.
Yes. And that way you don't have to worry. And then that way, if you do want some information, then of course we're going to be able to give you some back.
Yeah, of course. I can give the information to them, forget about it, and move on to the next scammer. That's my goal.
Yeah. And I think that's a great part to where we have, like you said, the whole circle. And I think that's what I love about having different entities, kind of like when you're working with a big organization, and I see as SDS is like the top hub as a leader, and then you have the little subcommittees and then different servers, and then but also you have different skills and strengths, kind of like with what Rex does or what Scoobs does or what
Rex is amazing. Does. I'll say this right now, Rex is amazing. I haven't said that yet, but Rex is fucking a great developer too.
Yes.
Another thing I didn't mention that I want to mention is our partnership with Scammer Info was key. I noticed that my forums weren't as active as their forums, and that my community was far more active than their community. So I talked to Thunder and I talked to Mark, and here we are now. Scammer Info and Team SDS are partners. We work together all the time, and we have a really active forums. My forum link on my website, teamsds.net, now just leads to Scammer Info. I'm also the manager of Scammer Info, so yeah, I'm the one that'll be approving your numbers and stuff like that.
Yep.
But working together with these other scam baiting groups that also want to work together with other people has been really key, Amanda and KDA and Whiskey. It's been really, really key working with other scam baiting groups.
Yeah.
Because I don't matter, and I can't do this by myself.
No, nobody can. Nobody can do it all by themselves. You need developers. You need
Mark will try.
baiters. You need
Mark will try to do everything by himself, but
but you need a team around you. You can't do it yourself. I mean, you wouldn't have.
No.
But also, in the same sense, Team SDS would not be here if it wasn't for you.
Right.
yeah, I understand that. I appreciate that. I'm just trying to put forward the point that I matter just as much as you matter, KDA. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big kudos. Big kudos.
And I'm hoping in a little bit I'll be able to have an avatar just like yours.
Oh yeah. I heard that you're getting one worked on. That's cool.
Yes, that's gonna be awesome.
That would be cool.
One of our staff members, Sugar Foxtrot, worked on this one for quite a while for me, and it was really nice. Really nice.
Yeah, she did a great job, and I love her avatars, and she's great too. Plus, she's a gamer. I love the fact that she baits, but then also she's a gamer, and so we got to give big kudos to her. She's just sweet as can be, and awesome.
She's Canadian,
and so yeah. And KDA is awesome, and so is Whiskey and Mark, and like you said, it's just having that support system. And like I couldn't do this, stream if it wasn't for Whiskey, KDA, and other people. And so again,
another thing I'd like to mention as a Team SDS representative, I understand there's a lot of you out there that don't like us and don't like the way we do things. I don't care. It's not my concern. That is not whether or not you agree with the way that we do things is not my concern. We do a really good job at what we do. If you want to hate in my comment section, go ahead. I guess I'm glad that your life has been chalked up to that, but we don't really care.
Right.
Cancel out the noise. I think that's important. You got to cancel out the noise. Focus in on what you do well, what you think is the right way. I mean, everybody's got the same goal in mind. Stop with all the noise.
I mean, this is the internet, man. You have to understand that there's a lot of the people out here are haters. I mean, I noticed this early on in scam baiting. A lot of scam baiters are here to help people, but there's also a lot of scam baiters out here that want a legitimate reason to fuck with another person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no reason for it.
It has nothing to do with protecting people or preventing scams. As these guys are being assholes too, so I'll be assholes to them. That's no.
Yeah, it's there's no reason for it. Other than I want to be an asshole and these people are being assholes, so I'm going to be assholes to them. It's like, that doesn't make any sense, but you got to think this is the internet and people think they can hide behind their computers.
Well, Team SDS is a place for everybody to be a part of if they want to be. If anybody's watching this that is not in our Discord server yet, go to teamsds.net or Scammer info under the partner section, and there will be a Discord invite.
Yes, and actually, Cindy and we've been posting that link in there for you.
Yes,
in the comment section, so that way they'll have it, and then also I'll make sure it's in the description below, and we'll go from there.
The website will be updated soon. Just putting that out there too, just because it was on my mind.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, and thank you guys so much. for being here today, and just being able to share your story, share what has been your vision, and now what's planning on for the future. And I think this next year is going to be awesome. I really
I
do.
do too. I do too.
I think we got some great ideas already in the plans, and I can't wait until like responder. I can't wait to see it growing, and but again, it's just there's just more to come. And I think if other people join and realize that we're the type that likes to promote, we like to gather together, we like to be together because we're all misfits, and
we're a bunch of degenerates. We're a bunch of degenerates. We're a bunch of degenerates, and we're proud of it. So what?
Yeah, damn straight.
Land of misfit toys.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, I've had so many scambaiters tell me I'm doing things the wrong way, and they hate the way I'm doing things. I just don't care anymore.
No,
it's just like, because I'm not a part of your team, I'm not doing things the way you want me to do them. Like, whatever.
Yeah,
but you keep
and
doing.
You can't please everybody, and not everybody's gonna like you.
I'm aware of that.
That's right. But you know what? You're strong, and you're a great leader. And Mark, you're amazing. I love what you do, even though I have no idea what you're doing when I watch it. I mean, I know you do this programming and typing, and I'm like, that's great. And I love the fact that you're young and you can do this. And then my daughter's best friend is very good now at editing videos, and she's only 13 years old. So, again, we've got some really great people who, so when she gets older, I would love for her to edit some of the videos. So.
And if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. My vision of SDS and a great community and a family club, tight knit community, is literally nothing if I had not have met Mark. Mm-hmm. I need people to understand. I don't mean to embarrass him or anything. I really don't, Mark. But I need people to understand how vital and important you are to the process. Nobody's you're so much in the background that nobody says thank you to you, and I think people need to start thanking Mark a little bit more, start talking to Mark a little bit more. I don't know. I care about him so much that I feel everybody else should. So I don't know.
No, he's a great guy. He is a great guy. And I mean, he's younger than my stepdaughter and in between the age of my youngest. So yes, he's definitely like family. And again, Mark, thank you so much for everything that you're doing and all the projects that Nope is making you do. And but again, it wouldn't be Team SDS if it wasn't for you two guys. So, and thank you for having us. I mean, you have KDA, you have Whiskey, you have myself, and so many others. And we just want to thank y'all so much for doing what you're doing, because I always wanted a one server that would actually be a perfect place to be home and to where people can get together and scambait together. And it was great. It was great.
The idea of a home server is kind of where I was going with everything.
Yes.
Because do I spend time in other scambaiting servers? Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. But like my home server is SDS. I want everybody to have some place where they feel safe and comfortable.
Yes. Yes. So everyone come to SDS, but then also we've got some other great servers that are out there, from like Bodas to CJs to so many others. And so if you're not in a server, don't hesitate to reach out to us, and we'll be happy to tell you how to get into Discord. And you can email us at scambaitbeyond@gmail.com. So
we got to get you a custom domain.
That would be awesome.
If there's any older folks,
actually, I'll put that on the list if you want me to.
Put that on the list.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's 101, but it's on the list.
Yes.
And actually, yeah, now that I'm thinking about email servers and stuff, KDA, I got to get you Team SDS email so you can use it as a victim advocacy email.
Yes.
I can set up an iRead mail server for you for Scambait Beyond if you want.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and a little bit about Discord. If you're older like me, and a year ago, all Discord was something my kids used to play video games on. Discord is not scary. It's very easy to use. So if you're like, what is this Discord thing? I heard those kids talking about it. You can totally join. It's easy. It's not hard.
There's a lot of stupid people on Discord, but like
There are.
SDS is a safe spot to be. There's a lot of stupid people in SDS too, but
But I would
just fun stupid people, family stupid people, not
Not
trying to
it's
cause
better.
problems.
It's better than any of your next doors. So all the next door that's a shit show. Discord's not like that. It's much better.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah. And you called
And
me.
I have one final question. Is it a notebook or a nope book?
So, like, it's this old composition notebook that I was supposed to use for school and I never did. And then I had IRL thing happen where I believe it or not, I used to get pushed around a lot. And I was just at one point like I snapped and I got tired of it. And I wrote down a way to build a community that was going to be fun, friendly for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And SDS is not my server. It's KDA's server, and it's Amanda's server. It's Whiskey's server, and it's Mark's server, and it's your server if you're listening to me right now.
Yeah.
Well said.
Hey, Chester. By the way, Chester had a premiere, and unfortunately, it was like the same time as we started. So definitely go to Chester.
It was important. It was important that we got Mark on here, though.
Yes. And
Yes, I'm glad.
He's 6
I'm
hours
glad
ahead of us.
yes. And that's why we changed the time. And again, I love each and every one of y'all. I love the chat. But do y'all have any final statements, nope, that you want to share? Since we can wrap it up.
I'm excited to see you whenever you decide to come into Discord or the SDS server. I guarantee you we'll become fast friends if you want to be. If you want to be my enemy, I mean that's your choice. I guess my final thought would be, I'm excited to meet you, whoever you are.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's lovely. I appreciate that. All right. Mark, do you have any final things that you would wish to share?
My service is welcome, I guess. You're welcome.
Well, thank you for
And
being
if you
here.
have any questions about computers or something that's on your computer, Mark, anybody,
if you have,
Mark, Rex.
yeah, guys, if you want Mark to build you an FTP server, come to SDS, and he'll also end up building another better community with you. So that's cool.
Yeah. Just
I like that I can walk into SDS and say, I'm having this problem on my computer. Can somebody help me with it? And people are like, yeah, I'll help you. And then they like share your screen and then they walk you through it. And then it's like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So that's a good thing, is that everyone has their skills and strengths.
And well, actually, one last thing for me, if you don't mind. I'd like to take a quick moment to thank Amanda and KDA for Scambait Beyond, because whether or not anybody realizes it, this talk show aspect of scambaiting is going to be very important and very crucial in the future of SDS and scambaiting. It's just like I was saying earlier when I watch movies and stuff and relax and bullshit with my friends. That it's another aspect of that. It's just relaxing, talking about the things that we like, and that I want to thank you two for that. Not Whiskey though; he's horrible.
Hey, we know actually.
True. I can't disagree.
Yeah.
No, thank all of you, all three of you. Thank you very much for Scambait Beyond, and thank you for making this kind of show. It's really great.
Well,
and a big thank you to our mods. I think we got
Yes.
Chester, Mary, and Cindy over there.
Yes,
Even though Chester
thank
showed
you,
up late,
thank you.
we might have to review that.
Yeah, we might have to change
We might
that.
have to fire him.
But no, I mean,
we're
that,
good.
and that's the good thing about here is that Scambait Beyond is for everybody. It's not just
I get
me.
that.
And so, but again, I just really appreciate you, Mark. I really appreciate you and coming on today and sharing your story and sharing, what's happening. And, we can't wait to see what 2023 goes for all of us. And especially 2023 for Team SDS, and the same here. So again, thank you guys. KDA, do you have any other final words?
I just want to let everyone know that Victims Advocate, if you want any other information about it, just DM me, Amanda, Cindy is our mod, or Kellerick is another one. And we have information that you may need to further yourself in the Victims Advocate area. And if you really feel like that's where you want to be, we can always fit you in some.
And since you mentioned it, I was going to talk to you about this later, but since you mentioned it, some of the updates to the Team SDS website is going to include that Discord server if that's what you want.
Of course.
That would be lovely.
That would be awesome.
There's just a couple of different things I have to work out and then hand it over to Lars. And honestly, Lars is like a machine. He just he doesn't care to sit and chat all the time, and that's fine. But he just like if you give him like a list of things that you need done, that he works best that way. If he has a list.
Yeah. It's another example of the diversity of Scambait of Team SDS.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of diversity in our team.
Yes, and that's what I love. I love about that. All right, well, KDA, thank you very much. We appreciate you being here, and you've done an awesome job. And I love seeing all your skills just being shown. I mean, my God, you're just amazing. And so is Nope, and so is Mark. Whiskey, do you have any final comment for today?
Thanks for allowing me on to guest host. Again, I had a blast as always. So looking forward to 2023 and really looking forward to see SDS evolve firsthand into bigger and better. Like I said before, an incredibly ambitious project that you guys are really doing an amazing job with. You both should be very, very proud, and everybody should be very proud of the contributions everyone's doing.
Exactly. Everybody should be proud of SDS. That's what.
Yes, we are very proud. And Whiskey, you're welcome to be a host anytime. And our next one will be a guys Sunday fun day, where it's just going to be the guys talking, and I can't wait for that. So
we'll be in chat, but
yes. So Whiskey needs to tell us. Yeah, so Whiskey will need to tell us what day works for him on a Sunday. And again, just thank everybody for the chat, for everybody here on the panel, and for the others that will be watching this later. We can't thank y'all enough. We appreciate this, and I know we're not the only platform that kind of has this interview process, but again, I'm so thankful that we were able to do this today and work with other folks, and so I can't wait and to see what 2023 is. So I hope that everyone has a happy new year. I hope everyone had a great Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in 2023.
Hell
So
yeah.
thank
See
you
you guys.
guys. All right.
All
Thank
right,
you
bye-bye.
guys. Appreciate y'all. And anyway, we'll finish at the end, and we're going to leave you guys now. So we'll do our little outro, and everyone enjoy the rest of your day. Thank y'all so much.
Bye.
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 Bye. Yay!
Hey, we made it through.
Great job,
I
guys.
Well, actually, I need to end the broadcast.